This is my little 5.5 gallon Japan Blue Gold guppy tank. This little line of what you might call a miniature dwarf guppy that I keep. You can see they're pretty prolific. They don't produce a lot of females though, they produce a ton of males, and it doesn't seem to be tied to temperature. I've had them unheated, so that would have been about 70 to 72 degrees. And then I've had them heated and they've been at about 78 degrees when they're heated, and that doesn't seem to change the mix up. It's mostly male heavy. Most of what's in here now is females because I've pulled out the males and just left the original male. There's a juvenile male there that I haven't gotten out. And then there's a female with Popeye in here, and I probably won't do anything about it. I doubt it's gonna spread. I'm trying water changes again, but not for the fish. The fish seem to do fine whether I do water changes or not. My plants in a lot of the tanks seem to be struggling, so that's why I'm doing water changes. That's why there's water in the glass and the tank is stirred up. But the reason I'm filming isn't even about the guppies. So the plants in this tank are pearlweed, Samara. This is a variety called parrot's feather. It's often sold for ponds. This is the underwater form. Cardinal plant, and dwarf Sagittaria. There's a little piece of kabamba there too. The dwarf Sagittaria has grown very long, like jungle vale, but tiny, you know, narrow leaves. But up at the top, I noticed what looked like a bloom, and it's expired, so I've missed it. But this is a dwarf Sagittaria flower. So my Sagittaria is very happy, it's flowering. And there are, oh, and I've missed another one right here. That one's already, actually, that's just buds. So that's gonna flower, and then there's buds right here too. Those are gonna flower. So my Sagittaria is happy, it's flowering. So that's exciting. You know, you've got a prolific tank of guppies. I call these guys my little living gems because they look like jewels when the sun comes in from the window and hits them in the evening. And then you have happy, thriving plants too. That's always exciting. So the plants in this tank look the best out of any of my tanks. This dwarf Sagittaria is awesome for guppy fry. You can see these guys don't seem to eat their fry. I think they're too small. Their mouths are too small. The fry are born just big enough to where there's just tons of fry in here. But that dwarf Sagittaria is like, it'd be very hard for an adult fish to chase a fry through that. And of course, pearlweed is like impermeable to the adult fish. So if the fry get in there, they're totally safe. But yeah, it's exciting to see a plant flowering. And now that I know it started flowering, I'm gonna be checking it and trying to get a picture of the flower when it's in peak, not at the end.